Hello, I am Celeste Lost. This is Blastburn Radio, Section 1, Season 8, PvP. And let's get right into this. This is some, I don't know what to say. It's PvP with a Skarmory. You guys sent me a Skarmory. I feel kind of really bad at how these go. But my competitors put up as best a fight as they can. And we'll go into our decisions in this. So let's get this done. So first up is me versus Steven. We have Jamak our Froakie, Greta our Dunsparce, Brad our Pikachu, Starscream our Skarmory, and Oz our Bidoof. I opt to lead with Brad. And yeah, there we go. We're waiting there. Alright. Steven, on the other hand, has his Bisharp, Vivillon, Marill, Chespin, and his Bidoof. So I lead with Brad on the chance that Steven decides to lead with Vivillon and spread status. If Brad got slept, we'll be fine. And Brad is immune to Stunspore if Stunspore was what Vivillon was bringing. Not to mention, Vivillon is weak to Electric, which is nice. So it would help counter that lead if that was indeed what Steven brought. Up goes Brad. And Steven does bring out Wellington, his Vivillon. So I go ahead and just click Thundershock to do some super effective damage to Wellington. Steven pulls out Wellington, pushes into Keto to resist that Thundershock. It was a smart move. It doesn't do too much damage. And then I just hard swap into Starscream or Skarmory. Steven predicts a swap, I believe. And yeah, Takedo uses Bite, doing neutral damage, but only 5 damage to Skarmory because it is a giant defensive wall. And after leftovers, Skarmory had taken 2 damage. So I go ahead and set up rocks. And Steven pulls back to Keto and sends out Baloney the Bidoof. The rocks get set. And now if Vivillon comes back out, it takes 50% of its HP. Since I have rock set up, I decide to Whirlwind. Fish to get that Vivillon out, just to get it off the board, pretty much. Baloney goes into a Growl, lowering Starscream's attack, which is actually pretty smart. The only offensive moves Skarmory had other than Whirlwind were attack-based. Out comes T-Bone, which is one of the only threats that Steven had to the Skarmory because of Rollout. So I was a little worried about that. I went ahead and clicked Whirlwind. Out comes Rollout. Rollout hits. Doesn't do too much for a turn 1, but it was a crit. So it bypassed defenses too. Didn't do much. It was great. We went ahead and Whirlwind. We pulled out Wellington. It took 50% of its HP, which is awesome. Not wanting to get parried, I believe we switched Skarmory out here. Make sure. Yep, I go ahead and go for the switch, and I switch in Brad again. And that was the prediction. Great. And here's where I start making misplays. I should have Thundershocked here, but I went for a play nice, thinking that Steven might swap. I don't know why. Wellington can't come back out at any point because if it comes out, it's dead to the rocks. So it had to stay in. So Steven uses a Struggle Bug, hitting Brad for 50% of its HP and lowering Brad's special attack, which really hurt. And that kind of seals the deal for Brad. We use Thunder Shock, hitting Wellington, but it's not enough because of that special drop. And a second Struggle Bug finishes off Brad because of a misplay of mine. Now, we go ahead and switch in Jamak. And we go ahead and quick attack on Jamak. Finishes off Wellington. And out comes T-Bone, the Meryl. And I opt to switch back into Starscream because Froakie is very, very fragile. And we take another rollout. This time it's not a crit, so it doesn't do too much. But on its next turn, the rollout is going to be doing double damage. So that's where rollout starts getting scary. So I believe I opt the Whirlwind here. Yes, I do, just to stop the rollout. The second rollout comes out, knocks us down to 32 HP, and it's a critical hit. We're rolling it out. That Skarmory is so bulky. And Taquito comes out. Now we have a choice here on what to click and whether or not Steven is going to switch out Taquito. I decided to just go for some chip damage on whatever Steven switches into, or if he keeps Taquito out, which he indeed does. So Assurance does some damage. Bite does about 5 damage. After Leftovers, about 2. Actually, exactly 2. I don't know what I'm saying about. And then, since I had Taquito down to about almost half health, we decided to click Brave Bird because the recoil damage on Brave Bird is based on the HP the Pokemon has. So I felt more comfortable of what Skarmory was going to take from that recoil. So after recoil, we get knocked down to 25 HP. And then Leftovers heal us up to 28, I believe. Yeah. And I'm feeling a little worried because a few good crits and Starscream can actually go down here. But at the same time, I had plenty of stuff in the back. And Starscream, without crits, is just a giant wall. So Baloney comes out. We go ahead and click Assurance. Assurance hits Baloney for about half its health. Baloney growls, knocking Starscream's health down, or not health, attack down. And giving us a chance to get some health back with Leftovers. And I don't know why I decided to Whirlwind Baloney out, to be honest. Baloney gets another growl because of that. And we Whirlwind it out, and we pull out T-Bone. So basically gave Steven a free switch into T-Bone. Get some Leftovers healing again. And so I just click Whirlwind again. I should have just finished off the Bidoof, but I didn't. And we take a rollout. And then Whirlwind it out. At least doing chip damage, but we really shouldn't have done that. Baloney comes back out. And then with all those growl stacks, I decided to switch out. And I switch into... I'm trying to remember. I believe it's Jamak. Okay. Switch into Jamak. Baloney uses Growl, lowering Jamak's attack, which that's okay. Now, I don't know why I did this, but I click Lick. And it was a waste of a turn. That's just a poor play by my... I do them every once in a while. After that lick, I just decided to switch into Greta. Doing nothing with Jamok. I don't know why I even did that. Alright. The Greta comes out, takes a tackle. The Greta is bulky. It's a one-stage Pokemon, and it's the early levels. Dunsparce is actually decent. We go ahead and click Rollout. Rollout hits a Bidoof for not too much. But remember, its attack doubles every turn. So next turn, it's going to be doing double the damage it just did. Rollout goes through, and I believe it finishes off Baloney. Now, whatever Steven sends out has to risk taking a turn 3 rollout, which is no joke. So Steven opts to pull out Optimus because it can resist it and has good defense versus it. And then smartly uses Headbutt, fishing for a flinch to stop that rollout. But it comes out, hits Optimus, doesn't really do much, which makes sense. It's not very effective. And Optimus has decent defense. So another Headbutt, fishing for a flinch. And here comes the fourth rollout. And the fourth rollout is a crit, knocking Optimus down to very low health. So Steven offs the Sucker Punch to finish off Greta. It almost does, but a 5th turn rollout finishes off Optimus. Now, all it's left is T-Bone. I could have left Greta out here to just take a rollout, but I decided against it because either way, Skarmory had to take a turn 2 rollout. But I might as well switch it in now and just take it. And so that's what I do. Switch into Starscream and take the turn 1 rollout. But it misses, which was really lucky. And then we just click Brave Bird to finish this off. And that's it for week 1 PvP with Steven netting me some good PvP points. And Skarmory was, I feel, kind of bad. I mean, it's nice to win, but at the same time, Skarmory is so powerful week 1. Next up is our fight with Anna. Let's get that video started. Anna, unfortunately, over-leveled 3 of her Pokemon. So she only has her Aerodactyl, which is her Eggmon, that has no moves, and Vivillon. We're running the same team. I'm trying to decide what to lead first. I decided to go ahead and just leave Brad again to end this as fast as possible. I thought about using Greta and Rollout at first, but figured Brad would be a little faster. And here we go. So, unfortunately, there's not much Anna can do here. Anna has 1 Pokemon that can attack. And it's weak to a lot of what I have. So I lead Brad. Anna leads Obsession, the only Pokemon that can attack. And I just go ahead and click Thundershock. Trying to end this as fast as possible. The Thundershock hits Obsession for about half its, or a little bit over half its health, honestly. Obsession uses Struggle Bug hitting Brad pretty hard and lowering Brad's special attack. So we click Thunder Shock again. But thanks to that special drop, it's not enough. And Obsession lives with about 1 health. And another Struggle Bug hits Brad and lowers Brad's special attack again. So just drawing this out. So we go ahead for a quick attack. And Anna switches into the Aerodactyl, determined to make me work for this win, which I don't blame her at all. Quick attack hits Aerodactyl, doesn't do too much. And now I stubbornly stay in Brad. I should have switched out to something else. But I sit here and click Thunder Shock until everything's dead, I believe. There's not too much to commentate here. Unfortunately, Aerodactyl just doesn't have any attacking moves, so it sits there and curses while I hit it with Thunder Shocks. I really should have switched out. We get a para. It continues to curse up. And this battle's pretty much on a timer. Anna uses Tailwind on her Aerodactyl, trying to give Evoleon some extra speed. We go ahead and click Thunder Shock, finish up Carmelite. And unfortunately, Evoleon's not going to get another attack because Pikachu has Quick Attack. So Evoleon comes back out. And I believe we just click Quick Attack, which just ends this. Netting us 60 PvP points for the week, which is the section, which is awesome. But again, I feel really bad, and I ran into some really bad luck. And then on top of that, I had a Skarmory from you guys, which is amazing. But I can't help feel it. Because of that Skarmory, I was able to run over both my components. Components. I'm thinking of work. I mean opponents for this section. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please check out blastmanradio.com, where we'll be updating information about our runs, as well as check out the podcast. You can find us on any podcatcher at Blastburn Radio. And check out our YouTube videos. You're watching this now, but we have got more content. Thank you all. See you later.